This video will walk you through how you can review and comment on the FAMPO Draft Community Engagement and Equity Plan. This is a plan that staff at FAMPO and FAMPO committee members will rely on to conduct community engagement, which will bring community members and other stakeholders into the transportation decision-making process. The other component of this plan deals with equity. Equity means fairness. When we talk about fair participation, we need to create a plan that staff and committee members can adhere to so that we have specific strategies to proactively reach out to underserved and often underheard members of our community, and also to provide the resources that they might need to fairly participate and influence transportation decisions. So let's scroll down to the table of contents. And I'll point out a few sections that really warrant your attention. So if you're very unfamiliar with FAMPO, you can start at this section right here about FAMPO. You can also read more about this document. Then you'll want to note the next two chapters. The first one is called Equity Plan, and the next chapter is called the Community Engagement Plan. So the Equity Plan serves as our plan that staff and committee members will follow to make sure that we're upholding civil rights and other non-discrimination laws. And under this chapter, we give an overview of the civil rights and equity requirements that FAMPO has to follow. And we have another section that's dedicated to conveying what the staff procedures are to promote equity. And again, we're talking about fair participation in the civic processes. And then in this next chapter, the Community Engagement Plan. This chapter serves to outline the steps staff will take to engage the public and to ensure that they have a meaningful opportunity to participate in the transportation planning process. There are several sections under this plan. First, there's a guide for the public, and would really like to hear from community members as to whether this small section makes sense to you and if you think it provides meaningful opportunities to participate. The next sections under that guide are geared towards staff. However, we would like you to review these and provide some feedback, because these next few sections outline the exact strategies and tools that staff will use to engage community members and bring them in to the transportation decision-making process. Now, moving on down, there's several resources in this document, but I want to call your attention to Appendix H, which is the list of stakeholders. Let me go ahead and click on that, give you a better idea of what that's about and how you might want to comment on that. So you'll notice we have a list here of different partners that we can communicate with to make sure that we're keeping them in the loop on transportation decisions. And you'll notice right off the bat that this whole page is full of government agencies and departments. But scrolling down, you'll notice we also have a list, and we'd like your help in filling this out, of major employers, education providers, community service, stakeholders, which would include social services, those who serve those who are experiencing homelessness, and then community partners, which also include small businesses and local civic groups of all ages, of all backgrounds. We want to be able to reach everyone. So if you have any idea of ones we don't include on this list, please go ahead and submit a comment and let us know. Also have some clubs down here, bicycle and pedestrian clubs, environmental advocacy groups. You might have some suggestions for us there. I hope this has been helpful to help you get your bearings as you review this document. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to FAMPO.